Hi, how are you? So it's another day to take over the world, to make an impact, to just have a good time and bless creation with what God has given you. My name is Enola Bethering. So yesterday I was watching a movie, Escape from Pretoria, and I saw how a man used his skill to escape from prison. It's a true life story, by the way. And I started to think, the guy was in prison, yes, which means that conditions were not favorable. I mean, watching that movie for the short time I watched it, I could feel the pain of those in prison. His was a physical prison. For many of us, it's more than a physical prison. Some of us it's mental, some of us it's emotional. When certain situations and circumstances that, belittle us, that make us feel less than, great, successful, And I started to think, what did he do? He had a skill, or he was forced to, find that, bring it out. He was carving keys out of wood. Yeah. And he carved about seven doors from the prison area to the main entrance, And I started to think, the time we spend complaining, the time we spend blaming others for our situations, the time we waste of our lives every day. Wouldn't it be better that we find a skill and start to work on the key that will open the door to us? And also I found watching that movie that finding the key is not the answer. It is the beginning, but it's not the answer. So what happened was this. He found the key, yes. Then he had to get to the door. Finding the key, working on it, chiseling, fine-tuning. In fact, there was a time he tried the key on a door and the key didn't fit properly. He had to bring it back to work on it again. That's why many of us, we enter places and they tell us no, because we haven't finished the product. Do you understand? We haven't finished, we've not fine-tuned. We have it, yes, that's why we walked through the door in the first place. But because we haven't fine-tuned, they didn't open the other door to us. We go home and start feeling, oh, no, that's not how to do it. Go back. If I could get to this door, to this point, means that I'm doing something right. Now, let me upgrade. So he went back, chiseled the key again at some point. Then he had to find the door. So the distance from where he was to where the door was something. All in a prison, heavily guarded prison, mind you. So when I talk about a prison, I'm talking about your mind, the things that come to you and remind you, but you've tried this before. The things that come to you and remind you, oh, but you're growing older. The things that come to you and remind you, but you don't have an education. The things that come to you and remind you, but in your father's house, people don't have money. Those kinds of things. They come to you, they're very real. They oppress you, they try to strangle you. So that's it. So for him, the distance between where he was and the door was not his final destination. The door was just a thoroughfare. Do you understand? So he walked through the first door, turned the keys. When he got to the door, rather, he turned the key, he had to put the key into the lock, turn it. All that takes process. He was sweating. The first time they got through, I think about 5 doors. Then the 6th one, they didn't have the key. How painful can that be? The realization that I've come this close. What did he do? He went back, 5 doors back to his cell. Back to his cell. And then the prison watchers came in the morning and, why are you sleeping? You rang the bell, you didn't come out, you're going to be punished, blah, blah, blah. And that passed. The next thing that happened, he went back to work. A rejection is not, nobody rejects a human being. They reject the proposition. They reject the offer. Do you understand? So he went back. And the thing, someone pointed out, while he was trying to escape, he found other people who were willing to. And that's what I found in life. As far as you know where you're going to, you'll find fellow travelers. Fellow travelers. Everybody in the prison looked like they would like to escape, but not everyone was willing to pay the price. So the final day, on the day of the escape, there was this man who had been there for a long time. And before he escaped, he had a chat with the man and said, you can come with us. The man said, this thing you're doing is, that's where he said it, like it's novel. I support you, but know that if you fail, you're going to have 24 years extra minimum to spend here. That's fresh sentencing. So when you look at that, for a person, that fear might just cripple you and make you stop what you're doing. But for this man, it was all or nothing. I'm going to get this. And that's the mindset you must have. I'm going to get this. I'm going to succeed at this. I'm going to be extraordinary at this. He didn't stop. He went back to work. Then that day came. Again, he went to that man and said, come with us. It's not too late. The man looked at himself. He said, no, I will stay. So even when you have people cheering you on, people who sort of buy into your dream or your idea, when it's time for execution, some of them may pull back, and it's fine. It's fine. It's your journey. It's not their journey. It's your journey. So they went this time, gate 1, gate 2, gate 3, gate 4. When they got to gate 5, they tried the key. The guy, there were 3 of them, right? They were escaping this time. So they tried the key. So he told the guy, give me the key. The other man told him, this lock is a round key. It requires a round key. So he had keys. So he tried the first one, the second one. The other guy just shoved him aside and took the round key, turned it, it worked. And they go to the 6th door. Now, that 6th door was the 5th or the 6th door. There was a threat of being caught at that time. Something had happened, and he stopped. But the other person with him pushed, that guy just took the risk, pushed the door and went through. Then they came to the last door. When they came to the last door, this is them. This was them. That was freedom. They wouldn't check the keyhole. They could see that they got into the last door. And what happened? Even the emotions I was feeling watching that movie yesterday, my goodness. They got to that last door, and then no key. Or something. Or the key wouldn't fit or something. And the other guy said, give me a chisel or something. Then started hitting the door. When he started hitting the door, the other guys that left in prison, I think they heard the sound. So one of them started yelling, because at that time, one of the night guard was, walking around, doing his night rounds. So all of them started yelling. The guy broke the bulb and, took out the power in that prison area. And then the man stopped and told them he was coming to attend to them, the prisoners. Then he turned back and, went back to the prison. So the other guy started chiseling at the door. Then eventually something gave. So despite all the doors he had passed, it wasn't getting easier. For some of you, it's not getting easier and you're getting discouraged. Don't be that person that looks back. Keep pushing. He kept going on. Chiseled the door, then it opened. When it opened, voila, freedom. Then they were going to get out of the gate. So the gate was open, right? And they started looking. And the man they wanted to rush, then he told them to stop, because the older man, had told him that there is a guard at the roof every day, So he had a mirror. Then he told them to stop. They didn't understand why. Then he placed the mirror to show them that, look at what I'm looking at. So they now saw clearly. That's why if you're leading people, let them always see what you're seeing. Show them. So they saw the guard, then they stopped. As the guard started receding, moving backward, he ran past. The other guy ran, then 3 of them ran. Then they got to the gate. And they had to act normal because, it was prison gate area. Somehow they walked past. Eventually they go to the taxi rank, that's what they call it in South Africa. And then the park, right? So the particular guy had some money, he said, take us to, I think I went to the Zimbabwean border or something. And the guy said, it's not my turn. Showed him money. The guy looked at it, said, get in. That's how they left. It was their skill that guaranteed their freedom, their skill and persistence. They were focused. That guaranteed their freedom. And I thought about Joseph in the Bible. What guaranteed his freedom? Imagine that Joseph had come into the palace, shorn, bathed, worn a new outfit, and then he couldn't give Pharaoh the answer. God forbid. Or imagine that David got to the palace, he couldn't blow a song that would help the king, Saul, feel better. God forbid. Imagine that David, after rejecting Saul's war outfit, the armor and everything, could not use that sling to kill Goliath. Goliath would have crushed the Israelites to pieces, to powder. Your skill, what is the level of expertise? That talent you say you have, how have you fine-tuned it? What training have you added to make it polish? Your skill is what you need. Your talent is what you need. The knowledge you have that you're going to apply is what you need. It is your key out of any prison you found yourself. My name is Eno Gweviri. Thank you for your time.